Leaders from the region will be attending the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as India's Prime Minister as the country prioritizes its neighborhood-first policy. Let's look at this report.
The stage is all set for the swearing-in ceremony of Narendra Modi as India's Prime Minister for a third historic term. Keeping in line with the country's neighborhood-first policy, leaders from India's neighborhood will be attending the event in New Delhi on Sunday. They are Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe, Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu, Seychelles Vice President Ahmed Afif, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Mauritius PM Pravind Kumar Jagnauth, Nepal PM Pushp Kamal Dahal, and Bhutan PM Shering Tobge. The leaders will also be attending a banquet hosted by President Draupadi Murmu at the Rashtrapati Bhavan the same evening. Some leaders, including Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Vice President Ahmed Afif, have already arrived in the Indian capital. The presence of regional leaders at the oath-taking ceremony will also highlight India's Sagar, or Security and Growth for All in the Region vision, which focuses on maritime cooperation in the Indian Ocean region. This is not the first time neighborhood first gained paramount importance at high-profile official events in India. In 2014, heads of state from South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation or SAARC nations attended the ceremony in which Narendra Modi took oath as India's PM for the first time. Leaders from BIMSTEC or the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation were present at Modi's swearing-in ceremony in 2019. Anu Kaushik for DD India.
And Prasar Bharati correspondents from Colombo and Dhaka now join us. From Dhaka, we have Naval Sangh Parmar, and from Colombo, Dr. Moin Ahmed Faruqi. Thank you both for being with us. Mr. Parmar, let me start with you. Diplomatic significance, could you put that into context for us of the Bangladesh Prime Minister's visit for this important historic event?
Well, Mark, India and Bangladesh enjoy excellent bilateral relations. Both the countries shared a bond of history, geography, culture, language together. And India and Bangladesh having a fifth longest physical border with two countries, more than 4,000 kilometers physical boundary between the two countries are there. And Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi have a special rapport with Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. And in this light, Bangladesh Prime Minister is in New Delhi since today afternoon, and she will be there for tomorrow, and she will leave on Monday afternoon.
Dr. Faruqi, what is the importance of Sri Lanka in India's neighborhood first policy?
Mark, you see, India and Sri Lanka go a long way. If you look at the historical perspective also, they are connected across millennia, and the connections that exist are not just restricted to the governments, it also it connects people on both sides. There are ethnic connects, there are people who are connected through trade, and this kind of collaboration, this kind of connect, it brings in much more aspect of the diplomatic ties and the connect that exists. Now that is on one part of it. The second is, in the recent times, we have seen that under neighborhood first policy and Sagar outlook, India and Sri Lanka have taken their bilateral relations from strength to strength. It has only increased in terms of the kind of engagement that we have seen. And in the coming times, what we see is that there's going to be more kind of stress on connectivity, which also includes the land connectivity project, which is still being discussed. In addition to that, the energy connectivity, the financial connectivity, and more possibility of ferry as well as flight connectivity, bringing people further close. So this has a lot of significance with how India and Sri Lanka can take the relations forward, and tomorrow's swearing-in ceremony will be a very good step forward for both leaders to discuss that on the sidelines as well. Mark.
Indeed, Mr. Parmar, also connectivity is extremely important as far as Bangladesh is concerned, given the fact that land routes through Bangladesh can help India, reach the northeast part of India much faster. Also, the fact that ports in Bangladesh can be utilized by India's northeast for goods transport. To what extent, is the maritime route important as far as Bangladesh and India relations are concerned?
Yes, India and Bangladesh is having a good rail connectivity. There are 4 links, including Benapole, Petrapole link, rail link, and 5th one, it is Akura-Agartala railway link, maybe operationalized in this end of this year, and it will provide a platform to the northeastern region of India to connect Akura-Agartala. Through Akura-Agartala, it will connect the Chittagong port, and very recently Mongla port to Khulna railway line also operationalized, and that will provide cargo movement from Mongla port, which is very close to Kolkata port or Haldia port. So it will provide connectivity to northeastern region, as well as people-to-people connection between India and Bangladesh is very, very strong. And as per the latest information, a daily basis, the Indian consulate here process around 7,000 visa application. That shows the quantum of people-to-people contact between India and Bangladesh. And apart from that, there are 3 trains, passenger trains, which connects India and Bangladesh people. There is a Dhaka to Kolkata Betri Express, then Dhaka to New Jalpaiguri, Northern Bengal, Metali Express, and Khulna to Kolkata Bandhan Express. So 3 trains, passenger trains. Apart from that, the cargo movements and the bus service is also there. So India, Bangladesh enjoy very, very strong people-to-people link, as well as Bangladesh is the largest trade partner of India in South Asian region, as well as India is a second largest trade partner for Bangladesh in Asia. So that shows the quantum of bilateral relation between the India and Bangladesh.
Dr. Farooqi, apart from the strong economic assistance that India, provided during the difficult times that Sri Lanka went through when it had that economic problem quite recently, Sri Lanka holds a key role in the Indian Ocean region, as well as in India's maritime domain. So, to what extent, how important is the maritime relationship between India and Sri Lanka?
Mark, it's a very, very crucial kind of a relation that India has with regard to maritime security. You see, India, Sri Lanka, both are part of the Indian Ocean Rim Association. These are the countries which they lie at the some corner of the Indian Ocean, some part of it or the other. And being at the center of the Indian Ocean, Sri Lanka and India, they are very core of the entire the region itself. And this year, that Indian Ocean Rim Association is being chaired by Sri Lanka, and vice chair is with India. So they will also be, together with regard to taking forward the agenda and how the IORA will take forward its plan of action this year. That is one part of it. The second is for India's safety and security. A safe and secure Indian Ocean region is very, very vital, and that is what India has always talked about. And Sri Lanka also has agreed to what India has talked about with regard to its safety and security, and Sri Lanka agrees that a safe and secure India is very crucial for a safe and secure Sri Lanka as well. And there we find that these ideas, they match and they align with both sides. And this is something which is very, very crucial for having the outlook which we talk about, the security and growth for all in the region. And that is something very, very vital and very important for the entire region. Mark.
Naval Sangh Parmar from Dhaka and Dr. Moin Ahmed Farooqi from Colombo. Thanks very much. Now, Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi is all set to create history on Sunday when he takes office, oath of office and secrecy for a 3rd consecutive term. He's only the 2nd Prime Minister in Indian history to do so. The country's democracy has matured into a multi-party system, and this achievement is far more noteworthy today in that respect since it first happened in 1962. Let's look at this report.
On the 9th of June 2024, history will be made. It will be the first time in 62 years that an Indian Prime Minister takes oath for a third consecutive term.
प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल नेहरू 3 बार वो भी प्रधानमंत्री हुए थे और उसके 62 साल बाद ये प्रक्रिया दोहराई जा रही है। इस 62 साल में हिंदुस्तान में कितनी राजनीतिक परिपक्वताएं आई, कितनी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस आए, क्या क्या यहाँ का वातावरण बना।
National Democratic Alliance leaders have expressed their unwavering support to Prime Minister Modi as he sets into motion a third term at the helm of an NDA government. MPs, both youthful and seasoned, look forward to the next 5 years.
फ्लोर लीडर की एक जिम्मेदारी है, वो जिम्मेदारी के साथ जो है हम लोग काम करेंगे, सभी एमपीज को साथ में लेके, सभी पार्टीज से जो है समन्वय रखकर।
सच में एक हिस्टोरिकल मोमेंट है, इसलिए सारे देश से कार्यकर्ता आने के लिए बहुत ही उत्सुक है। सबको हम एकोमोडेट नहीं कर पा रहे। बंगाल से भी हजारों की संख्या में कार्यकर्ता यहाँ पे आना चाहते हैं। मोदी जी को तीसरी बार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री का शपथ लेते हुए देखना चाहते हैं।
Not only in West Bengal, BJP leaders in Kerala have expressed confidence that the southern state has now opened its doors wide to the BJP.
It was a game changer election this time. The 7 decades bipolar politics now turned to tripolar. And moreover, we have increased our vote share to 20%. Comfortable victory in Trichur, got one MP, and Attingal, Trivandrum, Alapi, and many constituencies. We crossed 3. Our vote share has increased. So this was a game changer election. People accepted Narendra Modi's development politics.
With world leaders from India's neighborhood scheduled to attend the event, Delhi police have set up a control room on Kartavya Path, the historic road that joins India Gate to Rashtrapati Bhavan. On June 9 evening at Rashtrapati Bhavan, Prime Minister Modi, followed by his Council of Ministers, will also take their oaths of office and secrecy, forming the new cabinet and political executive of the Government of India. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, India's Opposition Congress Working Committee has passed a resolution requesting Rahul Gandhi to take up